There you go.
Oh, okay, we're gonna start like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you go first.
Okay, we're gonna.
You're going.
Oh, we're going.
Yeah, it's happening.
Okay. Welcome everyone to a Mother Spirit community call. Today we have Bradley with us. I'm so excited that he's here. Yay!
All right.
Water magician party. We're gonna start with a. We're just gonna freewheel it today. This is really about sharing our personal experiences so that we can learn from each other and help each other, support each other to, yeah, to just keep going. To just keep going. Okay, Bradley.
Cool. Yeah, I'll share a story. This is funny and
Yeah.
it's on my mind. I'll just preface it with it's such a rare thing for, in my experience, for couples to be practicing this together. And so, what you two are doing and the vibration that you bring is something to be cherished, lauded, and appreciated. So, and something to strive for, which is where I'm at in my case. So I was at this event recently in Michigan and they had a singles night. And so naturally I'm like, yeah, let's go to the singles night. I'm single. Um, and, this is something obviously as a deep practitioner I think about. Are they going to be able to accept it? That's obviously a no-brainer. They would have to be able to accept it. But secondly, I honestly just want to be with another practitioner and who understands its depth because it's such an intimate part of my life that how could I not, right? So we're playing this game. There's probably 60 people at this singles night. And the host has us all in this big circle. And we're playing this game called Anybody Else. And the idea of the game is someone walks into the middle, popcorn style, and just says something like, I like traveling the world. Anybody else? And so anyone else that likes traveling the world goes in the center. People get to see who else likes these things, blah, blah, blah. Just popcorn style. People run in, say something,
I like
one after
it.
the other. Yeah, really good icebreaker. It's fun. And so in my head, I'm thinking, I should probably go in there and just do it. You know what I mean? This other guy that I didn't even know practiced jumps in and he says, I practice urine therapy. Anybody else?
Oh my God, no way.
Way. So I walk in, my other buddy who was there, I knew practice, walked in, and then this woman that I didn't know practice walk in. So 4 of us walk in together, see each other. Everyone else sees us walk in after this, right? And so we move on. And then we're doing the speed dating where the men and women are across from each other, 2 rows of chairs. And I get to the 2 women that I felt an attraction to, and we only have 60 seconds with each person. So the first thing I ask is like, yo, what'd you think of the urine thing? Like, tell me what are your thoughts about that, basically. And then, one said, well, I accept it for sure. You do what you need to do for your health, and explain that, this would be an important part of my life, and da, 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 da. And then the other one said, yeah, I don't know. Like, it just seems really weird. It just, I don't confusion, basically. So I just thought it was really funny, and it opens it up to a good discussion just about, is this something that's necessary for the other partner? Is it not? What do people think? I don't expect people to be at the same depth as me, but I certainly expect my partner to have at least accepted herself on this level, right? To have.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
I'm gonna match the intent and say that I don't do things lightly, right? When I make a promise. And even the Totecs talk about this. When a child makes a promise, it's binding in ways they don't understand sometimes. So I promised myself that I would not go into any kind of investment partnership with someone who's not a practitioner. So, of course, a lover.
Why?
Of course,
Right.
of course.
That's the peak.
Yeah, there's no way now. If I set the bar here for money, partnerships, which
Right.
like, right? Like marriage is like everything together.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
it
yeah.
happens naturally in my life. Like I'm closest to people that practice it. Like
Yeah,
that's how it
I'm
is.
closer to you than a lot of any men almost. Like, I don't know a lot of men.
yeah, because you can relate on an intimate level right away. Like,
Yes.
there's
And
a barrier there that there's a, yeah, we can talk about anything.
totally,
Because if we can both
totally.
do that,
You know what? I've really started to see everyone as like a farmer, and everyone is growing fruit trees, and the fruit that comes from those fruit trees is their life experience. And so I'm really seeing everyone like this. And I'm just looking at the world and I'm like, wow, all of these farmers are taking their compost and throwing it to the street.
yeah,
And I am not interested in speaking or developing relationships with those farmers because they're doing something to me which is kind of sinful. It's missing the mark. You know, I don't want to bring like sin into it and kind of what it means, but at the end of the day, it's like it's unskillful what they're doing, and I want to be speaking with people that inspire me, that are doing skillful activities, being wholesome, and not going like, what's wrong with my fruit trees? They're not growing right. And I'm like, you
yeah.
idiot, you're throwing your fuel to the fucking street. I mean,
Yeah, I know, hey? It's so crazy. We mix everything together into this septic field that there's tons of when you walk down the street. I just think of that, all of these septic fields. I'm like, okay, what if we get the septic out of the field? But yeah, having the opportunity here to use it on houseplants. Like I was using it in Lao in the garden, but it was kind of like, I don't know, everything grows so easily there already that it was kind of hard to sort of like, yeah, I don't know. Like the impact wasn't so stark, but here when you have everything in pots and before you arrive everything is like in this state. And then the last 5 months now of watering all of the houseplants, every single time I put plasma in the water. I don't ever water the plants water, ever. I'm always putting Shivambu in. And I've had to repot them. Like they're growing out of their pots. Like one plant is more than double
right.
size. It's just nuts. And then,
Well,
you can't but not notice. Like when people come over that have been in and out of the house before, they're like, whoa.
Well, this is kind of what I meant. Like, if you want to make money, if you want to talk about making money, then the first and most important resource needs to be valued. So it just goes from there that I don't want to partner up with people who flush money down the toilet. Like, and especially that one, because then they need it to stay clear and motivated and peaceful, and to be able to perform, the tasks that we have taken on ourselves to perform together, right? So
yeah, it's true. And I lose, it's not patience, but I'm just not willing to hear people's complaints.
Yeah,
Like
I
they're
know,
talking
eh?
about all these things that are happening, and I'm like, well, like this is you, man. This is what you're creating, and you have this beautiful tool that you're just throwing away. And it's kind of, it annoys me. It opens my heart at the same time. It
Mm,
it does all these things because I didn't have it for a lot of my life either. And
yeah,
so
hey? It's
um
wild.
yeah, and just people come to it when they come to it, when they're ready to surrender, I guess. I mean, my goodness, it's the easiest thing ever. It's like, it's not even a practice where I like, oh geez, I need to sit down for an hour and meditate. It's just like, I'm gonna go to the restroom anyway. I might as well bring a jar.
Yeah, it's one of the easiest things to experiment with. I actually say when people are like, how do you start? I'm like, start by collecting it.
yeah,
Check.
today I was
Just do
out and
that.
I realized I forgot my bottle, and I had to cycle. Well, I didn't have to. I was able to come back home, but I just hit me like the power of the container, and then I thought all of the depictions of gods and stuff holding a container. Like, what's gonna be in that? What are
I
all
mean,
these jars containing?
yeah,
Right? We're
yeah,
talking
well,
about gods here.
yeah,
So they're holding these containers up, like the container is as worthy as them or more, high above them. That's a pretty literate meaning. Like,
it is.
it's not pomegranate juice.
No,
No, I don't think so
No.
either.
It's not
no,
milk. It's not honey.
no.
Nothing has
And
given.
you know, I don't know if you read, but I extracted Carlos Castaneda because I knew it was in there. I'm using AI to to do like massive decoding, and
Yes.
it's clearly in there. Like, he says, urinate in the medicine. He's making this power plant medicine, and it's in the first book, literally. It starts off like in the first book. He says this is the proper water for the medicine. And I mean, there's other episodes, but that one is literate. And then I haven't done this, but my model is that he was said to be a 3-pronged nagual as opposed to what normally would be 4-pronged nagual. So he was lacking a section in his configuration. So I think it's because he couldn't receive that, because he died of cancer. So it shows that he didn't get it. Juan Matus was actually really clear that there's a lot of things that can be brought to people directly. So he couldn't confront him about it because the relationship was strained always. Like, he was always maximizing the challenge for Carlos, which was training the tension. For years, sometimes he would quit and thought he would never come back. So he didn't go too far on this one because he knew how deep that trauma is. And so that's why he was only a 3-pronged.
Yeah, I think a lot of
he
people.
was incomplete.
A lot of people just aren't going to be able to go there. And it's funny, like you were saying before, Bradley, when we were just talking privately, like, get over it. Don't make it a big drama.
But there's people getting over it right now. It's
Yeah.
like
It is happening. Yeah. But you're right. It's not going to be in everyone's karma. Back when I was at the meditation center, it was a similar thing. Like, wow, this is such a powerful gift to give people silence and introspection. And there were people that were there to keep growing their plant, their truth. And there were people there to just get the seed. And I think it's the same thing that we see in this practice. Some people won't even hear about it ever in their life, the same way they won't ever hear about a silent retreat. Some people will hear about it from someone but never try it, and then some people will actually try it, and then there's some people who go deep within it. And it just depends on where they're at in their journey, and that's it. So it makes sense why we are where we are, because we have practiced this before. No doubt.
We took it.
Yeah.
We took the juice full
Yeah. Yeah, and it's it's
pretty
addictive.
wild. It is.
Isn't it?
It is addictive. It is probably like we were saying before. I can't even. There's no going back now. We're definitely not lightening up on the practice.
No. Every lunation we ramp it up.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's still full steam
In a way,
ahead.
there's
still
probably
feel
a,
like
a
I'm new
yearly
at it.
cycle where it decelerates, and I think that we were there in Montenegro. We were eating a bit of sodium chloride, and at the same time that we were not having access to cannabis, which is also like a grounding
Right.
You know, we're like long time users. Like
Yes.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
But able to let go of it, like not having it for the whole 5 months in Montenegro was not a
Right. So sometimes
I
we'd
was
have these
okay.
cravings for salt, but now we have really embraced haritaki and tripala, and
Wow.
like it's funny because we ordered a pound of tripala from this organic place, and they either by accident or by gift gave us 2. So we had a pound, so we had 3 pounds of tripala powder, and then we just started to like take it.
Put it in
And
everything.
actually, I'll take a little, like not a spoon, but like a tiny spoon of it straight, and just play with it in my mouth. It's actually quite interesting.
So for the
Nice.
last 5, we've just been eating. I've just been doing the cooking and super clean, just eating clean.
Yes.
Eating clean, no sodium chloride, pure water, shivambu, and like almost 100% vegan.
Wow.
A little bit of milk kefir. I have the milk kefir grains. I've been
Mhm.
doing my own, and it's like super sour, like really hard, extra long ferment. But a little bit of that, but not insignificant amount.
You know, and
This
that's
is
the
like
best part.
the best my digestion has felt ever. Yeah, just that.
Well, and that's just the best part of this is that it works on us in these subtle ways, and our life just slowly changes, and we don't have to like try as hard. Like just the
Right.
act of receiving ourselves again and again and
Yes,
again.
the slow drop.
Yeah.
The consistency of this little
The
thing that you
consistency.
do. Yeah.
Exactly. I love the way
change.
that Megan says it. She's like, we're taking more of ourself in. And when we take more of ourself in, we push out what's not us.
Mhm.
And just
Just
little by
naturally.
little
Yeah.
by little. Definitely that 9-day fast earlier. By the way, I put a link in the private chat. I have another link if you put that one up. If not, that's cool. But that fast early this year that you guys were so helpful on when I was up here in Michigan, it's like I haven't had sodium chloride since then. I haven't had actually. I've been totally raw, 100% raw since then.
Wow.
And it's not like I want to be clear. I'm not exercising discipline. Okay, there's no willpower involved with this. It's just like what I'm attracted to right now, and
I hear you.
And that is like, that was probably the biggest gift. It has nothing to do with like this or that or the other. It's just like, whoa, there's no more discipline involved. I'm not fighting what is. It just, this is just what is right now, what I'm experiencing. And yeah, because I'm around a lot of people who are wanting to be 100% raw because they have this intellectual idea of its benefits, et cetera, et cetera. And that's all well and good, but it's not coming from like this intuitive allowance of just letting your body dictate what it's gonna need. And that comes from the practice, right? We just accept what happens and what our body needs as we continue working with the Shivambu and our own medicine. And to just be on like the other side of the willpower and the stress that comes with that is such a big gift. I don't know what I released or whatever happened during that 9-day fast, but something happened, you know, and it was nothing,
like
you know, it was nothing like
some kind.
Dramatic, right? Like, you know, some people have these wild pyrotechnic experiences on their fasts. And for me, it's just like, there was nothing, things were all happening at a very subtle level. And I think a lot of the gross stuff that has happened, you know, in the years that I've been practicing before. And so now things are just like, they're happening almost under my consciousness. And then they start to manifest in my consciousness. And it's like, whoa, shit. I'm not like craving anything like that anymore. And I'm not having to like hold my hand throughout the process. So
Yeah, I love that.
When was this? Again?
When we were in
February,
when
you were helping me through it. We would talk nearly
I
every
know.
day.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to date it. Exactly.
Yeah. February, early February. So February, like 1st through the 9th, or January 31st to the 8th, or something like
The
this.
middle of Aquarius.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I talk to people about that because people want to water fast and do these things, and I'm like, yeah, that's all great. That's water fasting is great, but I'll tell you, I did 33 days on water, and I didn't think it held a candle to 9 days on urine and water.
Well,
Like, didn't even hold a candle to it. Not that it was like close. Wasn't even close.
I think it's also
We didn't really need the water either.
It's really key,
You know,
what
like, you
kind
could
of
have
water
gone with-
you're fasting.
You could have gone
on.
without the water.
I could have. It would have been more challenging. I will
Yeah.
say that for sure. Just having the variation of taste and texture in my mouth. You know, the urine was starting to get, and it had its own intelligence, right? Like around
Yeah.
day 8, I'm like, holy shit, it's not that it's tasting bad. My body is just like,
A lot of information.
whoa, this is just a lot. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's just some deeper ass parasite that's like putting its defenses up. I don't know. But I can tell,
what I
like,
want to do is get the plasma from someone at that person who's fasting gets plasma from someone who's just like one of us, like clean eaters, who just like had a whole bunch of mangoes or watermelon or something. Oh man. Then you get like, it's sweet. You know, you get that life force plasma, and you just get a huge boost of energy. Because then you won't get the toxicity, like the shock.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. But sometimes I think even the watery stuff is so strong because it's so like lubricating.
Oh, yeah, but it's still going to be like way less hardcore than just having the watermelon straight.
Right. I had a friend that I was with in Greece, and he's a deep practitioner too. And he's so funny. He's like, looks at my bottle that I'm sipping out of. He's like, yo, give me a sip of that. Let me see what you're working with. And he just grabs my bottle.
I love it. You know, I love that.
I do that.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I am.
It actually freaked her out for a while. You should see me with people's aged.
Yo, I gotta.
Like, slap. Yeah, you got like some smokiness in there.
My God, it's too much for me.
I love it.
I have
some so much about someone from their plasma.
I have some 5-year aged right now with me, and I'll show it to you before we get off because it's just right down the hall. It burns like a mother. Holy shit, y'all! I'm doing it in my eyes and like spraying it up my nose. And it's like taking me to a different fucking dimension for 30 seconds.
Yeah, nice.
But then massive, just mucus just pouring out.
Yeah. Oh, you should have seen stuff came out of my nose the other day. It was like specimens. You know, like how did this all come together in one piece?
Yep.
Out of this, I'm like, I can see how they can give birth to babies. Because the body is amazing. I just watched my mother's snake eat a mouse. We caught it on our Sony camera. It's pretty cool, actually. So we'll post it on YouTube. But it's like the body can take so much. Like we were talking about that TV show where they have the miners get all hooked on Oxycontin. You know, with Michael Keaton and
Breaking Bad.
She goes back. No. They get everybody hooked up on pharma
Right.
opiates. Because they give him the...
Dope sick.
Yeah, dope sick. They give him the prescription, like huge painkiller prescription. Go back to work. And she's like, I felt great.
Wow.
Yeah, then the next day, right, it's like way worse. And they do this for a while, and the body keeps going for like weeks, months. It's crazy what the body can put up with.
No joke.
It's wild. It's wild. And the cleaner you eat, when I look back at how I was eating before, ooh.
Ooh.
Anyway, we're ending the lunation. This was a very powerful lunation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It began exactly on an opposition of Pluto, which was something else. I don't know. It just threw me back into my power. Like
That's definitely what I've been feeling.
Yeah, I didn't feel this need to prove myself anymore.
No,
It just
I'm right
went
there with
away.
you, brother.
And we just like ordered an ounce of weed and hash, and it's like, yeah, we're like having bagels. There's no salt-free bagels.
Is there you get it from Canada?
Yeah.
It's all
Okay, gotcha.
over like the counter.
Legal.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of part of the deal is just living that freedom, like going to the church, but not the church, in the church, but they're on the side of the river here. That's what we mean. We go to the church, we go to the park, and just sit there and have our cigarette, and no one, minds. Or
Yeah.
They can't do anything.
No, I mean, I really think all these things, food, whatever the substance is, it's all nourishment on some level, and some of it more gross, some of it more subtle.
Yeah, and like
You play with the knobs and the dials, right? Depending on what your karma is, where you're at, what you're needing on some level, and you just keep moving. You just keep moving,
So
not attaching yourself to any of it, not creating dogma around any of it. You just keep the process flowing, and knowing that
about
it's going
where
to change.
you're at.
Yeah,
it's
there's
okay.
eggs in the bagel.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
Right? So we're having that indirectly.
Eggs.
And
I know people that would crucify you for such deeds.
Well, they wouldn't, but I know what you mean.
But yeah, and that's I feel like my role. Like I'm in this raw fruitarian kind of community, right? And I bring like this non-dogmatic approach, and I just don't give a shit like what you're doing with your life, as long as you are doing it for you. Like I there's so many people in my community that are like, well, I can never be friends with that or this or da 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 da. And
you talk to him and he eats McDonald's?
Yeah, it's like, dude, I just don't give a shit. Like if people are trying from where they're at, like that's it. That's it. You know what I mean? I don't want to be with people that are intentionally choosing ignorance, but people intentionally choosing truth and acceptance of their reality where they are at.
Exactly.
That is the type of person I will resonate with all day. I don't care what the form takes.
Yeah, they could be non-plasma practitioners. I have a few, but one person in particular that I can think of who, like, she has no problem with it. She can see it. I'm doing it. And there's a real consequence to walking this path, that it will shatter your social life.
Who needed that?
No, it will, right? Because the path of knowledge is not one that has pity. It has so the Shivambu is going to guide you to be okay with that. Basically, it's going to guide you to be okay, basically, with shedding the things that are eating you up, and these are going to be in the social sphere as well.
Yeah.
It's
right. So.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is they know, but they're like in a karmic zone right now where they need to tie things up in that circle, and they know that if they do this, it's gonna maybe go too fast, and they can't right now. They don't.
Maybe so. Yeah.
So
there's
need
something
to accumulate
to it.
Energy in another way.
Yeah, they've got there's just grosser lessons more that they need to get through or something. It's
basically they don't have enough energy to start. Anybody you talk about, in a sense, they don't have enough energy to go over the things that are keeping them from just doing it.
Yeah.
Right. It's almost like this conditioning is like a block, right? A mental block. And it takes a certain amount of energy to punch through it and to break through. And without enough of that energy, that block will keep you denying, justifying other things, gagging, even if you did try, you know what I mean? Like whatever it is, it's going to be there until there's enough force to jam through.
Yeah.
Totally.
Hey, are we keeping you up? So
No, we're not keeping anybody
we're
up.
a bit over.
Well, we can stop the live.
Yeah.
And then we can talk more freely without the filter.
Let me I want to show you this 5-year stuff. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
No, there's no problem. We can stay on for a bit. So here, let's just put you or us. Oh, whoops. Not him. Us. So what do we got to talk about? What's been going on?
Oh.
Look at that.
Bradley's back.
Oh, Bradley's back.
Hang on, Bradley. There
So
we go.
dark.
Wow,
Yeah,
hey?
hold on, let me make you the
I gotta get closer to the
main
screen.
thing. Yeah.
And this was
amber vintage.
super clean, like on raw, like super clean. There's hardly any sediment in it, y'all, at all.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
This is from fall 2020.
So this when you began, or no?
No, this was I began in 2018.
Nice. Well done, brother.
Way to go.
Yeah,
How did you find out?
I was cut off from the internet back then.
We were self-cut off. We were cut off. We cut ourselves off for like a decade. We didn't go on the internet. Now?
The other way around.
Now it consumes us.
No, it doesn't.
Did you see some of the stuff I made with Google Gemini, the AI?
No, on the group?
Yeah, so I've been writing or getting him to write stuff up for me, and I'm using it as sort of the building block for my book. So
because it can pull all stuff from like all different books.
Yeah, it's on my
Right.
GitHub.
On command.
My book's on my GitHub, and I keep sharing links to parts of it. But it's really crazy when you tell it what you want. Like you say, consider the world, as if the Shivambu is Amrita and the blood of Christ. And then, do this with it. Like, it's crazy. It does it. It just does what you tell it to do.
Yeah, we have a lot of tools at our disposal these days.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of that today. It is fun. It is like this. There is like this part of it that is like information overload in a way. Like I can see how people are in that information overload phase.
Yeah.
But what I did that really helped me with that is I just quit watching the news, like all together, all of it. A long time ago, for several years now.
Even the TV series are pretty hardcore in the influence they have, like the music they're playing and the themes and the way people treat each other.
Right.
In TV series, they use language like "I'm gonna kill you," "I hate you."
Oh.
It's like all over the place. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Most TV series, sitcoms are just predicated on lies. They're just not telling each other the truth, and it creates drama that keeps the show going.
Right. I know.
That's all it is. It's like someone's afraid to actually say what the fuck's going on with them, and then the whole show develops based on that lie. I mean, it's crazy. Like, someone told me a couple weeks ago, they're like, "Did you know Seinfeld is the most demonic show ever?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, well."
No.
I guess. I mean, sure.
I believe it.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel so blessed to have this practice. Doesn't it just feel like so protected in the world?
I was just gonna say, the Shivambu is so grounding for me in all of this information overload thing. It's like the direct feedback. Like you want to know if it's real or not. All you gotta do is like
Well,
in the
that's the-
privacy of your own home
That's the
Yes.
promise of the Toltec sorcerers.
with an empty
the
jar.
only way to know if it's real is to practice it.
Run your
Yeah.
own experiment.
Yes.
I plan to continue.
Yeah. Experiments going good, folks.
Yeah, right. I was
Oh,
putting some
man.
moringa oil on my legs out on the patio here the other day and like rubbing my feet down, and I was just like, have you ever used anything that gave you such amazing results?
Yeah.
It's just unreal. My
Mhm.
skin.
That's why it's funny when people are
To
like,
me.
Totally.
I never knew
it
my
didn't do
skin
anything.
could feel
they,
this.
They drank it a little bit. And
Yeah.
They say it didn't do anything. But there's no way. There's no way. There's no way it didn't do anything. It probably
mean-
altered their lives forever. Just
Yeah.
that one time they did it, they're gonna come back to it. They don't even know, and they're gonna
And-
look back and say, "Oh my God, I was just so like numb that I didn't even feel what it did to me."
I'm of the ilk too that any practice that I start, I generally give it, ideally 3 months, but at least 30 days of commitment to see like what happens.
Yeah,
Because-
I agree. That's a really good time frame. Like 3 months is really like good.
Yeah.
And I would kind of hesitate to call that the minimum.
Yeah,
But,
I have people that
30
Totally.
days
you know
also.
they
yeah.
go down in the self-pity road because I engage with anyone. You send me a message, like I know what bots look like. Don't worry. If you're real and you send me a message on any platform, I'll engage. And then people get full of self-pity and they start saying that there's no way that drinking your like swear word, bad word way of saying shibambu is gonna like solve all my problems. And then I say, well, usually the opinion of anybody on any matter depends on the experience, right? So you wouldn't consider anybody's advice on anything if they didn't have 3 years of experience or something. So then I say, how much experience do you have? How would you know that it's not going to do that? Like, did you give it a good shot? And then that's usually like radio silence.
That's exactly it, man. This woman I'm speaking to about it, she's fascinated by it, and she's like, I'm so afraid of the taboo because all these raw food leaders that I follow and I'm inspired by say this is not a good practice, blah blah blah. And I was like,
doing it.
and I was like, look, I would bet good money that none of these raw food leaders you're speaking about have ever even tried it.
Yeah.
So they have this is the most anti-scientific stance on anything.
And we
To
don't
just-
mean one glass.
Right. This is
Like,
like
try it
just to say
for-
that.
Yeah, try
These are
for
people that are
Lunation.
believing in science, right? These are people that are proponents of science and then actively dogging a practice without any experiential or experimental knowledge.
Yeah,
The antithesis of
Pretty
science.
wild.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's fun. It's the irony is like, come on,
I
guys.
know, right?
No, at
Sounds
least
like
Well,
at
you're-
least say,
sounds like
I
you're
can't
fresh
speak
out
on
of
that.
somewhere.
The irony. Let's just go into the irony of it all. Like, it's
Sounds
the
like you're fresh out
craziest,
of a party
like
somewhere.
cosmic joke ever, right?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, when I first heard about it, I was excited and like so like my initial spark was like this thing of joy. I was like, oh my gosh, like wow. And then like as it sunk in, I was like, oh, wait a minute. There's all this we've already decided what this is. People
Yeah,
have
yeah.
already made a firm.
Yeah. No one's questioning it.
So that's
We're
what I
not
mean,
like,
like, the
what is it
reality,
actually?
right?
Like, we're not-
And then
we're not going back to the drawing board as a society.
and then there was like this huge feeling of despair that came over me because I knew that it just wasn't gonna roll like pomegranate juice.
Oh,
Yeah.
We were thinking of going
Yeah.
to. She's never seen New York City, so I don't know if you ever go by there.
Yeah, New York. Mixed opinions. Good place to
of
visit.
course.
Fun place to
Of
visit.
course.
Fun place to visit. Would never live there.
Yeah,
No.
no doubt.
Yeah, that's why I first was driving. The first time I was driving a car was in New York City.
No, my plan is I'll be here. I'm taking care of my grandfather here in Michigan for a couple weeks, and then I'm going to Georgia for a week. Then I'm going to Ohio. I'm picking pawpaws up there, and then I'm working at a festival out in Kansas and performing out there. Actually, I'm doing a live set,
Oh
Nice.
wow.
and then going south to Texas for another festival down there and doing meditation and whatnot.
Cool.
So
Yeah,
I'm
you're on the
excited.
scene. It's cool. I like it.
yeah,
Nice.
man, I'm trying to get new music out every new moon for the rest of the year and hopefully onward.
Mm, yeah,
So
Fun.
that's a good.
I got a
way.
song coming out tomorrow too. Oh, guys, the song coming out tomorrow is called Om Namah Shivaya,
Mm.
and the hook is like purified by my waters, basically. Like there's
Oh,
so much
cool.
bamboo. One of the lines is like, "I'm the Peking," and you know,
I love it. I can't wait. Oh, you got to make sure you share that in the.
I'll share it in the
in
group
the
tomorrow when it
space.
comes
Yeah,
out.
you better.
There's so many references to like sip the sap that you create.
Oh,
There's just
fun.
like a lot of good references in it. It's really like Shivambu coming through on this song, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, awesome.
So I am just gonna close the live, but we can just keep talking, and
Great.
maybe
Yeah.
some people are waiting for the live to end. They're scared that they'll pop up on the screen. So but
Yeah.
that's not the case, by the way. You can come in the StreamYard, and you're not gonna pop on the live if we're live.
Come on in, we don't bite.
Come on in. We don't bite. We love to talk. And,
Drink it, drink
you
it.
don't have to be a Shivambu practitioner or a vegan or
No.
you don't have to be anything to be a part
Just
of Mother
be who
Spirit.
you
You
are.
just have to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the new moon, I think here in Eastern time zone is 2 a.m. tomorrow, like technically tomorrow. And so about 5.5 days later is when the next moon sextile is, and then we'll have a live around that time. And we haven't decided, so stay up to date. There's many channels to keep up to date on these things. Join the platform. We're on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Check out the website, motherspirit.creon.net. And check out Bradley.
Cheers.
There's Bradley.
Yeah. That's like a newsletter link, and I'll update people on where I'm at, what wood art I've got coming out, and new music, and just general updates. I got a few things going on, so
Yeah, and
Oh.
keep us updated in the community space too, Bradley. Make
For
sure you share what
sure.
you're up to
So
there.
here's Joanne's link. Humphreys. She's Joanne Humphreys and a Seahawk also. It should work. Seahawk should work also.
Yeah.
.net.
It does.
And it's me, Gold Dragon. That's my nickname, the Gold Dragon. Check me out. See you all next time. Thanks for watching. Ciao.
Peace.